Welcome back to Dynasty Football Maniacs. All right, so you guys got to indulge and look at our IDP list that we just released for the rookies. I want to remind everybody we have done every position for the draft. Please go back and look at that content, watch it, check out the quarterbacks, check out the running backs, check out your wide receivers, check out who we named top running backs. We did them for two-tier list each. We went NFL and rookie, NFL and rookie, NFL and rookie. So go back and watch the ones you want to watch because you're either in a startup draft, you need to know the NFL standards too, or you're in just a rookie draft, you want to know what top rookies you want in the draft if you're in a dynasty league. Um, we will be redoing the rankings after the draft, after April 24th. Well, actually, probably not after the day after April 24th. Our rankings probably come out like a week later. And basically, that'll kind of shake out the free agency. Well, there'll still be some floating around there, and not many. Um, we will do a full ranking where they won't be separated anymore. They won't have the rookies and the defensive separate. We'll have them all in one group, and then we'll probably have like a list of our top 5 rookies that are coming out for you guys to help for drafts and stuff that are after the draft. Um, they happen a lot start right after the draft, so us trying to go through all the tiering ranks would be kind of hard. We might just do an episode of like top 5 rookies for each position and like a part 1 and a part 2, something like that. Just something quick out there for you guys to do. Me and Austin do have regular jobs, so sometimes we don't have all the time in the world to just keep throwing out information, even though we would love to do this all day long. So today we're going to do a mock draft. We've done several types of mock drafts the last in between all the other shows. This one we're going to revert back to what we did initially in our first mock 1.0. We're going to just do the first round, all the teams. But this time we're going to swap the order. We're going to let Austin pick the first, and then I'll pick the second. And then what we could do is compare that
Let me
to what
ask.
we did last
Let me
time.
let me ask you this. I had an idea of how we can do it this time, which
What's
was
that?
still because if we divide 32, that's 16. So we'll have an even pick. So do you want? I'll let you. Do you want even or odds?
Oh, I was going to take the evens, and you were going to get the odds.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I wanted
Yeah,
to make for sure.
yeah. That's how I was saying. Every other one you're going to pick first. You're going to get the ones
But
all the
I,
way
I did,
through.
but I didn't know if you were getting the odds or even. So I wanted to make for sure that we were on the same page.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I sometimes throw in a little sprinkle of, wow, what happened here?
I got you. I got you. All right, I'm good. I'm good with that.
All right, so let's get this bad boy started here. Let me get all the settings things going. Yeah, let me put it on fast, not like
Well, I mean, we're gonna be picking the
yeah, we're gonna be
first round
picking it.
anyway,
So
so
we're gonna enter in, and we are gonna start the draft. And I'm really excited to find out if you're gonna pick like I pick. So we'll see. We'll know. We'll figure out. We've been doing our homework, so we'll figure out what we think is going to happen in the world of the NFL.
hmm.
So Tennessee is on the clock. They're needing a quarterback, wide receiver, edge rusher, and linebacker. What is the Tennessee GM going to do?
Well, I think they're not gonna be playing around this year. I think they're gonna go and get their guy, and I don't think they're gonna wait and play on Will Levis anymore. I think they're gonna go get Cam Ward.
Cam Ward going to Tennessee Titans. Love it. So the Browns are on the clock. And I honestly think the Browns are going to do this, even though the rumors have it they're going to take Travis Hunter. I honestly think that it's a ploy to get someone to trade up. And I think the team they were trying to get to trade up was almost ready to trade up, but I think they've done their off season signings where they're not going to trade up for this quarterback. So I believe the Browns are not going to waste time and they're going to go ahead and get Saunders. That puts New York on the clock.
All right, so I think I think since they, because if you wouldn't have picked Sanders, I would have I would have think the Giants would have picked them, even though they signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. They only signed them to literally, they're literally both a 1 year deal. I don't care that Jameis Winston got a 2 year deal. It's essentially a 1 year deal. But since Sanders has already been picked, I think they are going to get Travis Hunter.
Oh, I like it. Travis Hunter going to the Giants. Now, a lot of rumors have it that the Patriots might trade back, but I honestly don't think they will trade back. If everything lands like what you see going on right now, I think they're going to go ahead and stay on there. And Verbal is going to go ahead and tighten up his offense, and he's going to go after a running back, and he's going to get Ashton Jentney. He's going to put him on the team.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you're starting to solidify a team. He went out and got Stephon Diggs, which I know is not a big impact right now because he's still covering from his ACL. But yeah, they're going to work on something and they're going to grab somebody and they're going to put some more offense on there. And I believe the Patriots will go after Ashton Jentney. Jaguars is on the clock.
All right. So they're go- they need help in the receiving core. They need help in the receiving core. So why not go ahead and get them T Mac, wide receiver out of Arizona?
I like it, McMillan. Now the big Pete Carroll project.
Hmm.
Because it's not a fiasco. Anywhere he goes is not a fiasco. He's a well-oiled coach. Well, I probably shouldn't have phrased it like that. What have you been doing? I've been oiling the coach this weekend. What? You're not playing football no more. Why not, Dad? No, just kidding. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Running backs, wide receivers, DIs, and cornerbacks is what they need. And honestly, they need an offense. They need that more than the defense side. I mean, I love the defensive guys ahead. I really do. I'm like all into them. They have the wide receiver room needs help. Um, I would guess I would like if I was the GM and I'm sitting here and I know what I need. I need a running back. And I think it's a little too soon to pick a running back right now. I mean, I'm looking at our Omar Hampton. I'm thinking maybe, but I would like more of my investment either into a Luther Burden the third or a Buka. And Geno Smith needs a good wide receiver. And I know they signed Tyler Lockett, but I honestly think that at this point in time, they would end up picking a Mekabuka. He's a good long distance runner. Luther Burden is more of a slot runner. So I would think Buka would be the guy they go for. So that's Buka out of Ohio State, drafted to the Raiders. Jets are on the clock. Even though I wanted to tag him up with his old guy, I wanted to. I wanted to see Justin Fields with the Buka again, but he has Garrett Wilson. He don't need a Buka.
All right. So the Jets are on the clock, and so we're just going to. They do need some help. Well, they kind of need help on both sides, honestly. But I really do think. I think they need to protect Justin Fields. And I think they're going to get Will Campbell, the tackle out of LSU.
Oh, I like that draft pick. I like that pick. Protect the man. So Bryce Young's finally picking it up, looking a little bit better. I think he still needs help in the wide receiver core, and he needs help even in the running back room. Maybe more, probably wide receiver. Some people would debate and argue that, but I think Luther Burden the third would look really good at the Carolina Panthers, and Bryce Young trying to feed him the ball. I mean, he's a short, like I said a minute ago, slot runner. I could see that. Bryce Young was known at Alabama, tossing it to quick passes, 10 yards out, 8 yards out. I think this guy would be great. So I'm drafting him to the Carolina Panthers. Now Austin is on the clock.
All right. So I think he fell long enough. In real life, he's probably going to get picked a lot sooner than this, but I think the Saints do need some defensive line help, whether it be the rush, it'll be the edge rushers or the interior. But I think they're going to get Abdul Carter.
I could see that. And then we got Chicago on the board. And they need running back help bad. I think they need running back more than any defense. So yeah, I guess I'm going with running back. But do I agree with the order of the running backs? No. So I'm not gonna believe in the list they're giving me here because in my list that ain't the world. In my big board, that ain't the world. My big board has
Mm,
Quinshawn Junkins going to Chicago Bears from Ohio
mm,
State. He outperformed everybody at
mm,
the combine and pro day.
mm,
He is a beast. He had over 1,000 yards
mm.
rushing with another running back that had over 1,000 yard rushing, not counting his receiving yards. He is a beast. And I'm telling you, you put a little bit of fire like that with Caleb Williams, oh, it will look good because he can catch the ball. Caleb likes to run the ball, so we'll try to give him the ball to run. But if he doesn't, he would throw the ball to the guy and he would catch it. So, so I like it. All right, San Francisco's on the clock, and I know you were humming that. You were humming that like, oh no.
Hey, you're the GM of the Bears, so
But
I'm gonna
you,
let.
you like how I sold it. You like how I sold it. I mean, I am
I mean,
solidifying that
you could
offense.
you could probably sell somebody else other than me, so I will give you credit for that.
Okay. So I got
So,
a little credit. I got excited.
anyways,
All I could picture was a short. No, well, I'll stop. You go.
so we're gonna get the 49ers need help. They're struggling to keep people at their place because they gotta get Brock Purdy a big contract now since his rookie deal is about up. So what they're gonna have to do is they need help. I mean, they need help on the offensive line. They also need help on the defensive line, and they also need help in corner. But I really do think because he's really high up there. I really think they should. They're probably gonna get. They should get a Jade Barron, the cornerback out of Texas, because they also really need corner help.
All right. So I am going to the great Dallas team. Yes, I called him great for a moment because I'm the GM right now. I have done told Jerry Jones to sit his ass down in his rocking chair and shut up. So here we go.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, so I look at it again. I don't agree with the board. Again, I just don't like the rankings of what this board has. But in my big board and in the real big board in the real world, and that's what we're talking is the real world. Uh,
Yeah, okay, sure.
all right. So I still don't like the way it goes, but I do believe they will draft a running back. Um, and I believe if they draft a running back, I'm gonna go ahead and take Omer Hampton and put him at Dallas. So there you go.
Good. All right. So, all right. I think he fell long enough too, and this I believe this would be a perfect spot for him to go forward to Miami. So I think Miami's going to take. We are going to take Mason Graham.
Great state of Michigan.
Now he gets to enjoy sunny beaches.
So the Colts having issues. Okay, we know they're having issues, and we know the quarterback's a question. Anthony Richardson's have his issues, up and downs, roller coasters. They got Daniel Jones coming in. It's a debacle. Um, I believe the running back is pretty much solidified there. No issues there. Maybe not, but they need help, and they need help in tight end. And I think adding a Tyler Warren to that group would probably help them out for offense. So I am drafting Tyler Warren from Penn State to the Colts.
Wonderful. Now, while the Colts was making their selections, us Atlanta Falcons have already done made our pick.
Hmm.
So we, because they do need help in this spot, they are going to get Jaheed Campbell, the linebacker out of Alabama.
Oh, I like it. Now we're putting Arizona on the board, and they wear them guys out. Kyle Murray wears his whole offensive line out. But I don't know if we're going to go offensive line. So let's take a look here. No, I think we're going to go ahead and shore up that defensive back group there and draft Will Johnson from Michigan to Arizona Cardinals.
All right.
The Bengals are on the clock at pick 17.
So they definitely need help with guard, defensive line, linebacker. So with that being said, you know what? I do think I know it says guard, but I really do think they're right now from where we're at in the draft. I really think they could grab a tackle and they make maneuvers around on the offensive line, moving people around. I We're just gonna go ahead and get Armand Mimboa, the tackle out
Nimboa.
of Missouri.
Yes, I like that pick. So now we got the Seattle Seahawks. They gave away Geno Smith. They brought in Sam Darnold. They got Sam Howell still there as a backup. The land of the Sams. Uh, could have been Dan's. So on that note, uh, let's see. We need a guard. We need a center. We need to shore up that line. They definitely needed help last year. They didn't have it. Um, honestly, I think they would go for. Let's see. I think it's a little too. They might pass up. Let's see what we got edge. Ooh, they got some good edge out there right now. I don't know if you want to pass up that kind of firepower for the guards, but their major need is guard. So at the end of the day, they need to get the top guy they can get because they are suffering on that line. They have suffered bad last year. So if I was picking a guard, and here I don't agree again with the list, but it's a toss up. I would actually take. I'll go ahead and draft Tyler Booker from Alabama guard.
Okay. All right. So as GM of the Buccaneers, I am glad that you did not pick this guy because we have now made our selection because you were hovering around over him. But I'm glad you didn't pick him. So
Almost picked him.
you almost, but you didn't. So now we're
Yeah,
going to pick him. We're going to pick Mike Green, the edge out
Mike
of
Green from.
Marshall.
All right, I like that going to the Buccaneers. Let's go to the Denver Broncos. They need some help too. Their main primary help is running back, wide receiver. They need a center, and they also need a DI, defensive line. So, with that being said, actually, I like this matchup better than anything because I would have to draft Matthew Golden out of Texas Give him to Bo Nix. I think that would be a nice little matchup.
Okay.
Definitely help out that wide receiver core. That's already pretty decent with him. So now we're going to the hot mess that's going on
Okay.
over there in the Steeler Nation.
Uh,
Let's see what we got going on. Are you drafting a quarterback?
so so actually that is probably the route I'm going.
Really?
And I'm because I'm about to drop the bomb because I've seen rumors and there's actually a mock draft out there. There's actually several mock drafts from different experts in the NFL world that have them uh projected to get him.
All right.
He's had a really good he had a really good combine, and he has had a really good pro day as well. So his stock has been rising here lately. And yes, you know what? Yep, we're going with Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss.
I kind of sense that because that's some of the stuff I heard, but then I was like, is he going to do what I think he's going to do? You know how this list is a little jacked up, but we won't talk about that
Well,
too loud.
the list is whatever. I mean, I'm working with it, but I mean, this has been a lot of rumors and stuff, and a
Yeah, the
lot
rumors
more
are
people
true.
coming out. So I kind of just think they could go that route. And since I was the GM, I'm going that route.
Yeah, well, I'm the GM at the Chargers, and me and him were born in the same state in the same hospital, I believe, one of the hospitals. Uh, yes, I'm up to draft, and as in my draft board, I am going to draft my needs here. Let's see. Lad McConkey does need help. Hmm. They also need help at tight end too, and that he's had a little experience with him, so that would kind of fall together in a way. I could see that actually happening, and there has been rumors that if he fell, he would take him. Um, I think we're gonna draft tight end Colston Loveland to the Chargers from Michigan. He wants to go home to daddy.
All right. So
Green
now,
Bay. And this is where
so
everybody goes. There was never a rumor about Colston Loveland going to Chargers. Yes, I read one article that was like 24 weeks ago before he ever left that he could go to the Chargers. There you
all
go.
right. Well, the Packers have made their selection,
All right.
and they are gonna go get the edge out of Tennessee, James Pierce Jr.
I like it. Minnesota, they need help. They need a quarterback. I said that.
Hmm.
We know who the quarterback is. JJ McCarthy. Defensive back. Actually, do. I think at this time, Kenneth Grant is being drafted to the Minnesota Vikings from Michigan. All right. You are on the board. You got Texans.
So I think got to try to figure out why they're just getting rid of all their offensive line, even though I know their offensive line was pretty bad. But we got to refortify this offensive line. I mean, we got to keep CJ Stroud upright somehow in order to get things done. So I think they're actually going to go tackle and grab Josh Simmons out of Ohio State.
I like that. Now we got the Rams on the board. They got tight ends, tackles, linebackers. We'll put the tight ends in there. Ooh, I like Elijah. See what the tackles look like. Oh, I like Kevin Banks. Oh, good God. I'm getting excited now. Let me throw in my linebackers. The bigger the guys get, the more excited I get, I guess. Uh, Quarterbacks. Oh, let's see here. All right, so this helps me out. I'm looking here. I know what I need the most, and I really like Demetrius Knight Jr. out of South Carolina. So I am drafting Knight. Well, I missed a linebacker. I didn't even see him up there. Jalen Walker from
Mm,
Georgia. We're
dang it.
definitely drafting him to the LA Rams because that fits. I had you going there, Demetrius Knight. That was like one of them phone calls. The guy's excited, and the next thing you know, he's like, but no, you are on my radar next, buddy. I promise you. No disrespect.
All right. I think he felt long enough, and we're gonna bolster that defensive back group for the Ravens, and we're gonna go Malachi Starks,
I like
safety
that.
out of Georgia.
All right, we got the Lions on the board. Getting towards the end here, folks. So here we go. Lions on the board, and what a team. Right there on the edge, just ain't pulled over. I don't really think they need a wide receiver, but they say they do. Inline guard. I think select guards, yeah, attack rate. Ooh, I like that. But no, I think that's too soon. I mean, if they say they're going to use a wide receiver, they're probably going to go for a wide receiver. But then, ooh, look at these edge rushers that come in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That just kind of like puts the wide receivers to the back burner. I mean, this group of edge rushers is nice. Um, so I would go with the guy from Boston College, Devon. I'll draft him onto the Lions. I think he'd fit really good. I had him in our tier 7 rankings. Remember that, guys. All
All
right.
right.
Got Washington on the clock. What a great show they put on last year. All right.
Mm. All right. Do me a favor and throw up all their needs on there, because
You don't keep up with the Washingtons. I don't either.
well, I mean, there's several ways I can go about this, because they got, some of their edge people left. They do need to bolster up, but especially with this list. Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
I like that. I see who I like,
We're
but
we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Mikael Williams, edge out of Georgia.
wow. Like it. All right. Putting the Bills on the table. They need edge rushers. They need linebackers. They need cornerbacks. They want to bolster that defense. So as I look at this, I already know who I'm going with. And as I said, I didn't forget about you, Demetrius Knight Jr. I am drafting Demetrius Knight Jr. to the Buffalo Bills. Let's go. All right.
Alrighty.
So yes, it's let's not talk about this next team. And they need a lot more people than they have listed. Trust me.
Yeah.
Quarterback, especially. And
Oh
tight end.
God. Oh come on now.
You want me to pull them up, tight ends and
Oh
quarterbacks?
come on. We're not gonna do that.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry. I love the Red Nation. Yeah, yeah, Chief Nation, whatever you want
So
to call them.
look, you should quit being bitter towards them. Y'all beat them in the Super Bowl. Get
I
over it.
know, I know, I know, I know. Just the whole fact that Reed went to him, just kind of like, why?
Oh well,
But I still love the man. It's like I
if
would, if I met him in person, I would give him a big hug. I'd be like, if he would hug me, he might not want me to touch him. I don't know.
mm,
It might not work out that good. He might be freaking out. I mean, I would. A guy like me runs up and hugs you. You're like, whoa, where did you come
uh,
from?
all right, so we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go with yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, I like that one, dude.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that dude right there. I'm gonna go Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle out of Texas.
Oh, I like it. All right, last pick is on the board. They say they need a wide receiver, but I don't think they're going to get one on that one. They need guard. They need edge rusher. They're needing cornerbacks. So I believe they're going to get the edge rusher out of Texas A&M, Shermar Stewart, going to the Eagles.
Okay.
So there you guys go. We could call that mock 5.0, I guess now, or 6.0, wherever we're at. I got to check again. I forgot. We've done so many of these.
All right.
So we got a pretty good list here. I mean, I love it. We're going to have it posted online for you guys to see. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This is maybe changed up from our last thing. We might want to do a side by side. Yeah, so let's just do that real quick. I'm gonna pull up because I have the snapshot of the first one we did. So let's do this. Here, hold on. Before I go too far, I want to download this image because we're gonna need that for the show. I'm gonna do a side by side comparison for you. You can see my screen, so get over here. Oh, that ain't the we did that. Hold on. Technical difficulties trying to get back to when we did our first draft, first round 1.0. Here we go. Always going to bring it up over here. I'll have to slide it over here. Hold on. Nope. And narrow that up. Minimize that. I'm doing this so you can read the screen there, and then we'll talk. All right. So, yeah, we're looking at our 1.0 from what we did our first week of this to what we did now. So, the big change was we initially had Travis Hunter going in the first pick. And I picked that. And Austin went Cam Ward, which is good because actually now I would go Cam Ward. I wouldn't hesitate. It would have been Cam Ward then if we knew what was going on now. That's what the pick would have been. Saunders remained at 2. Travis Hunter just dropped down to 3. Yeah, so Ashton Gently, we had him going to the Raiders last time. He went to the Patriots at the time. It was some shakeup, not much, but yeah, different. We still had Omar Hampton going to the Cowboys. I think we were both in that. And look at that. This is us. The last time you were picking for the Colts, you picked the tight end, and I picked the tight end this time. So different tight ends. But the rankings have changed a little bit too. So Tyler Warren ended up taking the edge over Colston Loveland. And so there was a little change in that. So that we could see that. I think if you would have been picking this time, you'd have probably went with Tyler Warren because he's ranked higher. But then we had Colston in the Chargers. I had Mike Green, which is who you ended up sending to Tampa. You had Tyler Warren, which is a good. I can't remember. Did you have? Yeah, you would have had Tyler Warren going to the Broncos.
No, you picked. Yeah, that's right. I did. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because we did odd and even the first time. Yeah. And then I picked. We did do a mock draft where we did AFC and NFC, but that was later on. We're not going to compare this. This is apples to apples. This is where us doing. I did the evens, and then he did the evens this time. So it's neat that let's see, LA was 26. I picked Jalen Walker. You picked Josh Simmons. So yeah, I mean it's almost. Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. We'll put these little side by side. We had Matthew Golden going to the Buffalo Bills. I picked him for the Bills, and then on this one here, I drafted him. Where did I put him? Put him in Texas. But yeah, so I think we did good. That's pretty neat to see that little side by side. Kind of the one thing that I did not do this time, and I hope everybody was paying attention. I didn't put Will Howard in the first round. And I didn't argue about Jackson Dart because I kind of believe it. There's been a lot of rumors out there. They say if Pittsburgh don't pick it in the first round, they're getting a quarterback in the second round. And there's still a lot of they could get Jackson Dart in the second round. They don't have to pick him in the first round. If I was them for money reasons, I would try to wait till the second round because honestly, I don't see any other team picking a quarterback. I honestly believe there's only going to be two quarterbacks going this year in this draft in the first round.
It
But
just
that's
depends. It just depends on. I can't remember when their second round pick is. It just depends on how far they got to wait until their second round pick.
yeah, that's
I,
true too.
I think that's the only reason why a lot of people think that they'll go in the first round and do it because they might have to wait a while before it comes around, and you could have a couple of them quarterbacks go off the board before it gets to them. Maybe I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Right. I mean, I can see that. Seeing what other ones we had matched up perfectly. Oh, okay. Wait, did I say it right? No, that's Washington. Oh, that's Washington. Yeah,
Yeah,
Washington.
it's that one's the same.
Yep, that's the same. Malik Williams out of Georgia. Um, see if I see any others that just pop off and say, "Hey, we did this the exact same." I don't see anything else. It's
Uh,
exactly the same.
the other, I see the Cowboys one is the same.
Yeah, I mentioned that one earlier. I was just seeing if I had any other ones in
Uh,
here. Nope, nope. I think that's it. I think that was the only one I went to that I hadn't seen on the other list that was exactly the same. I kind of been swapping them back and forth. We have them in we picked them in the first round, but they went to different teams because the order they landed this time versus the last time because that was like 4 weeks ago. Man,
yeah,
that was like months ago. So
yeah.
a lot of stuff has went on since then. Hey guys, if you like the content, always hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And what do you say?
Make sure you share because sharing is caring.
Yeah, sharing is caring. So to give you guys heads up, um, when this show comes out on Thursday, we're gonna take a little break. So we won't have another show coming out the following Saturday, that first week of April. We're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna come back the following Saturday and release another episode. So it'll be like a little space in time after this one that releases Thursday. So just kind of give you guys heads up. Uh, Please continue to tune in. We got a lot of stuff going on. We figure this is perfect break time because it's right. We got all of our drafting done. I want to remind everybody everything's been done for like our rankings pre-draft. So go out and watch them episodes before the draft. Enjoy these. We're gonna probably do another mock draft before the mock. We got plenty of time. Even with us taking a weekend off, we're gonna come back and knock a few of these out, and then we're gonna also do an episode on a recap on just general information about what's going on in the league and talk about the new rules being voted in the NFL, like what is the impact to fantasy. We'll also cover free agency and make sure we get all them little tidbits, not to forget anything. Because after the draft, everything's going to be shaked up, reorganized, and then we're going to move forward up until the start of the season, which I think everybody's
Well,
looking forward to.
it'll be draft season then.
Yeah, we'll be drafting draft. I mean, we'll be doing startups. Uh, we'll actually right after the draft, we'll have a startup for the show. So I'm excited about it'll be a part one and a part two because it's a new whole dynasty league. So what we're going to do is the way we're going to set it up is we're going to draft 20 rounds for the first half with just veterans. And then on the second half, I believe we're going to have it scheduled right like at the draft weekend. And then right after that, we're going to come back in and we're going to redraft the next 20 rounds. And it's going to have a mix of whatever leftover veterans are and rookie players. So it's going to be a little unique startup draft. They didn't want to do it all in one night. I get it. I'm fine with that. So it's another startup dynasty on the Sleeper app, which is one of the probably the best apps out there to get for fantasy. Uh, no, they're not paying me for advertisement. They're just throwing that one out there. It's one of the I play on a lot of the apps. So does Austin. We play on multiple platforms. We don't just play on Sleeper, but Sleeper is a big dynasty one we like a lot. Some of the things they do on Sleeper works a lot better. But we still play around with the other ones because when we're talking to you guys, we want to make sure that we can communicate. And if you have a question or something, we could probably help you out because we do have multiple leagues. Him and me are commissioners in other leagues, and I'm co-commissioner in leagues. So I'm helping this other guy set up a startup, which we're going to film, which will be exciting, right? You're going to be in that, Austin.
Yep, I
So
am.
yeah, yeah. So you're gonna get to be in on that one. We'll have a few where Austin ain't in, but he gets to talk about the horrible picks I do. So
I at least get to put my input on some of the things that goes on.
yeah, so and we'll have a couple redrafts too, and we'll do some mocks. So,
And
but
also don't forget the first we are going to do like we did last year, and we are going to have reactions, either live reactions or a video with our reactions of the first round this year, like we did last year.
yes, we'll definitely try to get that episode out there. That'd be great. All right, I'm gonna repeat myself one more time. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, communicate to us. Let us know what you guys like, and keep tuning in. We love it. Um, and as Austin always says, sharing is caring.